Capricorn. So we're going to take a moment to just relax and exist. Get centered. Allow yourself to breathe naturally. All the clouds are really representative of the storms you'll be facing above those mountains. But the mountains are representative of how strong you are and how much you can handle and take on. So deep breaths in May are going to be your best friend, getting centered. Hi Capricorn, welcome to your May reading. So starting off with that mountain video, I really wanted to do your reading once we got to Colorado because it's just on brand, I guess is the only really like words that you can say. The strength that you have to have this month and the amount of stability that you have to have within yourself. You're really finding right now what stability means for you and where your values are with that. So we're going to look at the cards first, and we'll talk about the astrology as we go on. Of course, there's so much happening. Jupiter is moving into Aries. Mercury and Jupiter moving into Aries will be in your 4th house. So that nurturing and structures and taking care of yourself are going to be such a theme, so prominent. Mercury retrograde in your 6th house in Gemini really wants you to look at your health. And there's something about your environment or something about your work, your routine, your schedule, something like that has to change. You can no longer keep doing the same thing you've been doing or living the same way that you've been living for a reason. And, that's why we evolve and we grow and all of that. And sometimes the lessons in the changes is to just learning to have faith and to trust that as long as you are following your own gut, as long as you're following your own soul, as long as you're following that feeling, that existence, right? The more you do that, the happier you are, and you can understand why things have to change. And you can finally start to see what is weighing you down. Okay, so we have, I love this. We have the star. The 3 of Pentacles. Queen of Swords. So you could be dealing with an Aquarius energy or another air sign. Then we have the 6 of Wands. I love your reading, by the way. I love this. The 6 of Wands, the 4 of Swords, and the Sun. There's something very healing about coming together with people and building new foundations with them. And there's something very healing with recognizing that you're like owning your own truth, that you're really opening yourself up to a lot of new opportunities and new things. The more you trust yourself during this time, the easier this energy is going to be. And it's really hard to trust yourself because the way that Capricorns can think sometimes is if it looks like their world is falling apart, or if it looks like their world is chaotic, or if it looks like they're not being responsible, or if it looks like there are certain things in their life that society would not be okay with. And Virgos do it, Taurians do it. Most people actually do this. But you guys are really hard on yourselves when it comes to doing that. And when you're really hard on yourselves, you forget about your magic. And you forget about all of the amazing things you've accomplished up until now. So there's this very real need to understand that all of your victories lie in connecting to you, right? So we have the Six of Wands and we have the Four of Swords. The Six of Wands is about the celebration. The Six of Wands is about recognition from other people. The Six of Wands is about, just victory, right? And the Four of Swords is the healing. It's the meditation. It's very interesting because it's sort of it's like a tense type of resting in a way. But the more you allow yourself to relax into the healing, the less tension you're going to feel in that. And then we have the Sun. You will get answers in May. There are going to be some things that you've had questions on that you've really needed to happen in May. And being honest with yourself on what it is that makes you feel alive, what it is that makes you feel victorious, what it is that makes you feel seen by other people, right? That's where I want your focus to be in May. Because oftentimes when we are desiring something from the universe, we ask for the wrong thing, right? We ask for the money to be able to get out of a certain situation that we've put ourselves in. We ask for a new environment because we don't really like the environment we're in anymore. We ask for a new career because we're really depressed at work and we're not happy about it anymore or anything like that. All of that stuff. And we do that because our ego desires are saying that we need more money. Our ego desires are saying that we need a different environment. We need a different career. We need all of that stuff, right? Or like the actual environment is shifting us and making us move and all of that stuff. And so we think that that's what we need to be acquiring. But instead, and hear me out when I say this, Capricorn, because I know that you guys are very logical individuals. And I can say this to a Sagittarius and they would be like, oh, yes, Betsy, that makes so much sense. The faith and the belief and the trust, I get it. But for you guys, and because I'm a Virgo, I understand the logical. For you guys, let me put it in a little bit more logical sense. When there are clear restrictions in your environment or in your space or anything that you're doing, and you feel like that's the thing that needs to be removed from your environment, and you try to remove it and you try to shift it and you try to do something better and you try to be something better and it keeps on blocking you and restricting you, it's because that's not the thing that you're supposed to be working towards. That's not the energy you're supposed to be doing. It's not that you're supposed to be moving from your environment to another environment or asking like, where am I supposed to be going, universe? I need to manifest a new place. I need to manifest a new job. I need to manifest money. Instead, ask yourself or ask the universe or say out loud or write it down or ritual this, universe. Show me the journey. Show me the path. Show me the situations, the experiences, the journeys that I need to be in order for me to continue to evolve and grow. Where I'm happy, where I am loved, where I am safe, where I don't feel like I have to fight outside forces just to be in a good mood, you know, right? And once you do that, once you put that kind of an intention out into the universe, once you tell the universe, I want to be happy, I want to live in an environment that creates love for me, I want to be in a career that gives me purpose and makes me feel like I want to wake up every day. Once you do that, the universe is like, great, let's go that way. Let's stop fighting ourselves. And it's sort of a surrendering moment. And it's not easy to do that, because then you have to have faith, and then you have to have trust, and then you have to understand that when pieces of your life start to be removed, or you start being shifted, or you start, and I feel like some of you did that. I feel like some of you, maybe a couple of moons ago, decided you wanted to do a ritual or something like that and put it out into the universe that you just want to be happy, that you're tired of constantly having to work up the energy to exist every day. And now you're getting, it's happening, and it's frightening. So Mercury retrograde in your 6th house in Gemini. I am not one of those astrologers that's going to fearmonger you and tell you not to do things during a Mercury retrograde. Yes, will this Mercury retrograde be very chaotic? Absolutely. Jupiter is in Aries. Jupiter and Mars will be conjunct in Aries right before the Gemini new moon at the end of the month. This is all happening in your 6th house, and it's happening in career and environment and your daily organization and the routines and your health and all of that. And so things are going to change. And if you have to sign documents, or you have to change your life, or you have to make big decisions during Mercury retrograde, because it's also eclipse season, that things happen, right? Remember that first we are releasing stuff before we're making changes. If you're holding on to parts of your life that are still weighing you down, you can't take that with you. The weight's too heavy for where you're going. It's time to lighten up the load. And you don't have to carry everything up the mountain. That's not your role anymore. Your role is to work as hard as you can and do it while you're happy. Right? So, growing a new foundation. It's a big thing, and I think that you're going to get all of the answers that you need. And you have people, you have an Aquarius energy, you have a Leo energy, you have people around you to help you. And so really recognizing that, things are going to be moving in your favor. The more you take off the dead weight, the easier this month will go for you. But I love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful May. We're going to look further into the astrology. So real quick, Mercury will be retrograde until June 3rd. And then we'll go direct in Taurus, and we'll go back into Gemini a few days later after that. So, and there will be a full moon in Scorpio in your 11th house, also showing you, that's really going to be showing you like how you're still appeasing others, how you're still living your life for others, and how that's keeping you from living a life that you want to live, right? That's going to be exciting and fun. And, just as we were talking about that, this is about, creating your own happiness, designing your life for peace, right? And which is funny because that's actually one of the workshops that I'm working on. We're going to be, learning how to design our life for peace, because it's time. You know, we can't just keep on, as much as we love the grind and as much as we love the hustle, we can keep working really hard and not kill ourselves doing it. I promise you, it's entirely possible. And that's the beauty of all of this, you know, is finding that kind of peace and existence in your life. And I feel like you guys are really on your way. So I'm excited to do your extended. We will go further into the astrology. There's a lot more going on than just those things that we talked about. And we're going to clarify the cards and, you know, really see what kind of information that you might be finding out. Where you're going to get the support from. That's so important. We have to be very aware, because sometimes this can be false, right? Sometimes that can be false support in order for us to, because people want things from us, right? So I'm excited to do this for you. I'll see you guys in the extended. Love you.